Folks, right back in the action here, and well, hopefully we're going to make it. Hopefully. Oh, you can't. You can't. Oh, you can't. That is the kind of fucking damage I was talking about. Like, fucking 44. Like, what? Fucking what? Also, holy shit, I'm getting my ass handed to me. Alright, hold on. Alright. Yeah, it's that cunt there, it keeps fucking hitting me. Also, wow. Dude, why are you not restoring? Well, I died very quick. That. What can I say, What can I say? This is very anticlimactic, but yeah. The thing is with Inferno, it is brutal. Fucking brutal. And you know what annoyed me? I actually wish I had done some research on this, because I didn't even know, like, I was thinking there, well, why not just mage everything? But I would not be surprised if at least the slime or the melee or not, you know, if either were weak to range, and that's what you should have been doing. Instead I just assumed, right, just mage everything and that, you know. No, that's not how it works. And I paid for it. And I even used fucking Sarah Gold Sword. Like, what? Oh well. Also, you're not meant to use that, but alas, I did it for the sake of honour, and I mean, probably I'll never use it again after this, but hey, at least that deserves a nice safe spot in my bank. Third age and all. Not quite wave 20, but you know what? I think they'll give it at least a half decent start for going in, like, when I say blind, I mean blind as in I didn't really look up, do the research. All I knew was basically like the monsters and that, what they did, and you know, what you could kind of do trying to avoid them, but really most of the stuff I've seen at this point is dealing with the Zook and that, which I was not even going to get close to, not even halfway, but nah, wave 14, so I'll need to remember that, because that's the wave I'll start for the second run, and hopefully, well, as far as improvements, I mean, obviously, getting the Ancestral, that's going to be a critical, but I don't even know I'll have both of them. The Staff, definitely. I actually was considering buying a Master one specifically for this, but I thought, you know what, I'll chance it, and evidently it did not go very well. No, it did not. Oh boy. Yeah, but I know this is probably going to be a bit of a short video, I must say, you know, but nah, it is true, and that, you know, when it comes to PVM, this is like brutal. You know, you thought Jad was hard? Fuck. You know, Zook could easily eat up Jad for breakfast. And even if at that, you know, it's like, fuck me. Actually, fuck me. Right, what to do? Alright, let's pull up the statistics, because again I forgot, because I thought with this part we'd go on for at least another good 5-10 minutes more instead of ending the first minute. If only, like, I'll need to check enough. I feel like as far as the bats are concerned, and like, just protecting from them, like, is it something you just have to immediately kill them and that? Because I know that they could hit through, like, the prayer and that was always fun. Yeah, certainly. Alright. So, as far as the news is concerned, yeah, I may as well, I guess, try and finish this off, as it were, and that, since I'm going to be here for, like, well, at least a bit. I mean, I've got Zora to be looking forward to very soon for the last 3.5 days of my bond, so, yeah, that'll be stuff to look forward to, but alas, so, alright. What to talk about? Alright. So, as far as, let's put this up and here. Let's see, my range gear, no. Yeah, it's fun stuff indeed, but yeah. Anyway, as far as, yeah, what happened shortly after the closure of RuneScape Classic and FunOrb, and yeah, about a week or so later, right near the middle of August and for 2018, yes, both the RuneScape, I think the RuneScape Classic forums for the official ones at that from RuneScape and that, yeah, just gone, you know, like, yeah, I still remember that very much old thread of the rumoured Rune of Life, and yeah, that's one of the oldest threads, and that unfortunately belonged to RuneScape Classic, and with it now being closed, it's, yep, gone. You know, as in you can never access it again, but, man. Yeah, I know something like split the community and that as far as actual, sort of, as far as RuneScape itself is concerned, but, you know, it's a whole sort of nature, given that, you know, the company that then owned it, you know, yeah, Fukong was just insisting on getting rid of unnecessary wheat, as it were, and now replacing it only with the chaff, and make the profile look a bit better, but alas. The other bit here, yes, tidbit and all, it's, I've never really had much, you know, with fan sites with Rune HQ and all, I've never dealt much with Zybez, and that, they're like a big sort of RuneScape 2, then they're transferred into RuneScape Classic, sort of old school RuneScape, but yeah, they're close around the same time, and that, just the whole, fucking hell. Yeah, they close about the same time, and that, and it's a bit of a sad day considering with the clans and all, and it's just like, you know, what do you even say to that? I mean, the only reason I don't really have much to say on it myself is primarily the fact I never actually really dealt much with them, you know, it's, like, maybe I popped in a few times, but even at that, most of my stuff is either official forums or, you know, Reddit. I think maybe a few times more in the past, and that way back in my second, third, and fourth account days, but even at that, you know. Oh man. Then we get here, oh yes, one other thing happened right about this time, yeah. The notorious taxing of Gielinor, yes. Apparently the gambling scene in what's notoriously, infamously even called the Sand Casino. And yes, oh, what's that Star Wars quote? And you know, I'm going to butcher this up to hell, but I think it's goes along. It's, there is not a wretched hive more filled with villainy and scum than, well, whatever the place of that's called, but instead of that, it's a Sand Casino, because pretty much that's where a lot of the more shady aspects of the RuneScape economy goes down, you know, gambling and all. It's, yeah, I don't trust my luck nearly as well, because it is really, once you get all the exact same stats and gear and that, it really is down based to luck, and it's just like, nah, my luck, as far as I'm concerned, is just overall shit, you know, except when it isn't, but for the most part, it's a gradual decline with occasional sharp boost, and as can be seen with that sort of, yeah, well, I felt I wasn't getting enough good hard clues, and then suddenly getting thirties really early on, and same with Zora, going on a huge fucking grind without any uniques. At one point, convincing me that yes, that was fucking rigged, that if you did only mage damage, you could not get a unique. And then getting like 6 uniques in 2 trips. Yeah, Zora, give me more of that, please. And I'm hoping that'll be like that, but, you know, I'll go back, I doubt it, you know. But at least I'm caught up to speed with that. So, yeah, certainly it'll be interesting seeing the long-term effects. I think it's only been active for, I think, about 7 months or so. So it's like, not been a full year yet, but, you know, it's had a bit of time to settle down now. So hopefully that's curbed the sort of addictive side to gambling and all that, winning big prizes and all. Yeah, so, alright, another thing as well, and I'll show this off here. Yeah, this is actually to do with the certain, oh, and this is a juicy one, yeah. Quest relating to, I think it's a sequel of Making Friends with My Arm, and that, or, let's see, yeah, I'm trying to think, is this My Arm's Big Adventure? No. This is the sequel to My Arm's Big Adventure. This is it here. Making Friends with My Arm. And oh, that was actually, it's interesting because the rewards it brought forward were very unique. And I had a sort of spin on what's it, fire making and that, the whole sort of braziers and that, you know. I think this is the thing in that, like, obviously that was a must for me because I had the whole sort of Gor's dungeon that prevented the winter effect thing from hindering you, the decay effect with the Smartania swamps, and, you know, the light effect for the giant ball, which actually should also be applied to both Lumbridge, Swamp Cave, which I've never really bothered with, and the Cave Horror, which I would, and that, so I'm getting the full 6 effects in that, and I think there's also one other one, something to do, I think, herbs and that, but I can't exactly remember. Yeah, no. Yeah, so that was certainly fun, but yeah, oh, this is a very... There's another part to it as well that essentially was very controversial, although only to a small minority of people, you know. Essentially, well, how do I even describe this? Alright, for those who recall, back in, I believe it was June of 2017, though I can't remember exactly at the top of my head. It might have been 2016, but it was a while back. Yeah, essentially there was this event that went by the name of a Gay Pride, and it was largely sort of pushed forward and upheld by Maud Wolf, and whom I believe is of the homosexual kind, albeit, yeah, you know, it's funny because I'm probably one of the few folks who I don't really have an opinion on that, and I mean that in the truest sense. Just, you know, if you're straight, if you're gay, if you're transsexual or any of that stuff, I think it's a case of trying to misconstrue and put forward a false narrative, and that, if you will, you know, like making it more glorious or more sinister than what it really is. That just it's a lot of fucking shit, you know. But that is sort of the topic in itself. Yes, our dear old friend politics, and you wonder how the fuck does politics, and real politics at that, get into the hands of a RuneScape quest? Well, right near the end, and I actually had a video clip of that showed off to, yeah, dear old Kitty Foxfire bit of last that has been deleted a good 2-3 months ago. Yeah, essentially, the whole thing pertaining to it was and this was a quest largely developed by Maud Ash, who is like hailed as the highest of mods, and basically the figurehead and the sort of mascot of Jagex, you could say, almost. Yeah, so what I think stirred up the nest was it was right near the end when you're fighting, this is spoilers obviously, but when you're fighting Mother, and basically the big figurehead of the ice trolls and over there. And it went along some of the lines of, like, obviously, when you escape the dungeon and that, she makes up some sort of, or she or he and that, one of the two, you know, makes a sort of quirk at, you know, you're trolls and that, not softy liberals. And that, it's a sort of really, the word choice is interesting to say the least, very interesting I have to say, because liberal, it's a political term, and I think they couldn't have done it any other way. And I mean, God fucking forbid if they put some, like, Republican or Conservative. No, that would just... I would have paid to have seen that sort of outcry and that, but nah. The best they could have get away with was you know, and this makes sense in the sense liberal and that sort of poking fun. It's a sort of weird juxtaposition if you think about it. It's like the guys are meant to be defeating and all, and yet they're making a semi-valid point, but alas, yeah, no, Snowflake, yes, Snowflake, that's another one that comes to mind, but I think they play off it ironically in a way, and it's, yeah, certainly it was one of the more intriguing quests as far as dialogue's concerned, although I make a habit of going through all the quests and paying close attention to the dialogue and all anyhow. But yes, oh, that's another thing, yeah, just remembered that. Yes, the diaries, I was meant to do the desert, but I fucked up. And that because, yeah, turns out there's like, the medium hard requires, what's it? It requires 3 quests and that. It's like, I thought quests I didn't even think were part of the desert, but no, that's like, I'll have to say that for the next time, and it's just Fuck me. Oh, actually, whilst I'm on the note of that, yeah, there's another thing that's really special today on the 11th of April. Yeah, I thought there was a poll going today, because if you checked, they might have said some of the polls, but here's the thing. Poll booths are temporarily unavailable during live environment checks. Please try again later. Yeah, they've finally done it, ladies and gentlemen. They have finally hidden polls. At least for 1 day, I think. So what they'll do, I think, is they'll keep it hidden for the 12th day, and then once the 13th out, so, you know, release the polls and that. I started to test to see what the effects are, and yeah, certainly it's going to be an interesting one at that. Seeing how that handles and that, I mean, obviously I'll be able to vote in the polls, so that's probably something I'll do first thing tomorrow on the Friday. And but yeah, alright, one more topic, and I think I'll do that, because we've actually got very little left in that. Actually, you know what, no, I think we'll do it, alright. Quickly to mention, yeah, what happened at the, because nothing happened towards the end of August, it was beginning of September, yeah. Yeah, that was it. So, obviously I mentioned more balance when that happened at the beginning of September, but also the Australia servers and that, oh yes. There's a good reason I never bother with the Australian servers, because the ping, basically the sort of speed it takes to get back and that, so the lower the ping the quicker it gets, and if it's like way in hundreds, then it's like it's going to take fucking ages to get back. So it would be like, for example, here, and I see how this is like immediately, you know, really quick. If I was to be doing like this, you know, it would be like, and then probably a half a second, 2/3 of a second delay, possibly even like a full second delay. It would be really delayed, and essentially it would just feel like just really shitty and unsatisfying to play. Like, yeah, Australian servers were having it notoriously bad. I think, I don't know, it seems like Australian servers have it badly. It's been relocated to multiple places. I can't remember the first one, if that was going through London or America or something, but the second time it's been relocated something like Tokyo, and like fucking Tokyo. And it's like, all this reconnecting stuff makes the ping just way worse than the Australian servers. So it's just, oh, what the fuck. But it is what it is, you know. Alright. Last news before we're finally done with talking about old news that happened way back. Yes, the middle of September, just a mere 8 or 9 days and that before I came back. Yeah, Deadman mode, player favoritism. Oh boy, I think this is actually what kickstarted the whole thing with ModJed getting, you know, just kicked out, and I believe alongside with the account hackings and that, yes. Essentially, there was some favoritism going on, I think, in regards to them getting, like, it's all to do, I think, with the whole donations and sort of, there's a weird rule, right, where essentially, if you're given items, like you have accounts, mule sort of stuff to hold items for you, it disqualifies you. But if you get people who willingly give you donations and that, so kind of the same thing, but not quite. They're exempt, even though that would give streamers a huge advantage, and they've kind of ignored that thoroughly. I mean, they could put down a rule that's saying you just can't, and even if they try to keep it secret, you know, it just wouldn't work in the long run, unless you don't stream, which that's some kind of fucked, but alas. So, essentially, yeah, this whole issue with favoritism, it's yeah, you can certainly see how demo has now been temporarily put on hold and that for the time being, because it's just, it's not, as according to Jagex, it's not been doing as well as they've, you know, since the start, I think 2014 and that, it's been slowing down for viewers, and yeah, so hopefully, again, as mentioned before, they actually put in Castle Wars and give that a one go, and yeah, not really much to say in that, but alas, it is done. It is done, finished. Thank fuck. Oh, I smell it indeed. But yeah, so I reckon that'll be it. You know, failed Inferno, and it was shite. But I think I'll return to a couple levels later on, and once I get better, you know, should be able to do at least somewhat bearish. But yeah, I'll need to learn just how to properly combat it. You know, maybe next time I just look up a guide, just sort of do a better job, I suppose. And that, you know, I would have survived longer, but I got KO'd because I couldn't fucking activate stamina to run away, and it was just, nah. But alright, I guess I will see you then. Fuck. What can I even say, eh? What can I even say? But alright, for real this time, tell them folks.